Hey everybody, and welcome to another Rebel Show. After a couple weeks off, I'm back. We had some conferences and some productions at work, and I took a few weeks off just to focus on that, but I'm back, and we got some fun things to talk about. So hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's having a great weekend, and we're coming into the holiday season. So here we go. You know, we just had the midterm elections. I've talked a lot about elections, but it's something I'm getting more and more interested in because as a constitutional republic, we really need to be engaged especially as Christians in this nation. You know, after the midterms, which I was hoping to keep both houses, you know, the Senate and the House, and that didn't happen, but that's all right. You know, we still have the presidency and the Senate, and you know, the Dems get back the House. You know, all that's going to mean is like they're going to attack Trump a lot. They're going to maybe try to impeach him, just try to embarrass him, make it hard on him. They want to raise taxes. They want to open the borders. They want to pull back religious freedoms. And you may not see a lot of legislation come out because of that, you know. They're going to want to stall and hold back and just fight. They're not for the country. They're basically just power hungry, and they want to do things their way, and they don't care what the American citizen wants and what he votes for. So that's going to be a little bit annoying, but I think we can use it to our advantage. You know, with the GOP keeping the Senate, you know, we can still nominate people to the positions, and we've gained in the Senate. So that'll make confirmations easier. You know, 117 million voters voted in that election. That's the last number I heard. And that's about 49% of legal voters. So that means 51% of eligible voters didn't vote. And we need to shift that. I think we need to change that. I think we need to make it a priority to vote. It's a big deal. I know I talk about this a lot, but it's important that we are engaged in this society and that people around us, we're talking with them and engaging them because they may not care. They may not have a clue. And they need to care. They need to have a clue. You know, this is something we all need to do. You know, America needs to participate in an American election before power is given to illegal immigrants to do it for us. Because that could happen. I mean, they're recounting Florida right now. How's that going to turn out? How many illegals voted? What's going to happen? Do we want this? And why should somebody that is not a citizen have the right to do this? You know, it's wrong. It's by the people, meaning citizens, for the people, not just people of the world. No, this is by citizens. Our government is built around citizenry, not globalism, not the world. America is a citizen-run republic, not a global-run republic. Illegal immigrants should not be allowed to vote. We need voter ID cards. We need something to prove it. They should check our ID when we go in there. And if you don't got an ID, they need to have some kind of a voter ID to allow the citizens to vote. This is getting out of control, and it's not right. It's not the way God wants it, and it's not something we should be standing for. We should voice our opinion and say it's wrong. And if they call us racist, let them. I tend to think that it takes one to know one. So, if you're calling me racist, I'm guessing you're the racist. Because you're looking for it. I'm not, you know? So, but what I do want to say in the show today is don't let your heart be troubled. You know, we may have lost the House, but that doesn't mean the Trump train slows down too much. It doesn't mean that we've lost. It doesn't mean that we should be worried. We still have momentum. We still have things going. And we have 2 years into another election. So we can still mold the future by nominating and justices and other presidential cabinet nominations, and we still have the presidency who's on our side. He's on the side of the people of the country, of this country, not the world. You know, the House has a 14-seat majority, so that's not a lot of majority. There's a lot of things that can happen in a short period of time. You know, there's retirements, there's sickness, there's death. Now, we don't want to wish any of that on anybody. We want everybody to be healthy. Left or right, who cares? You know, we want people healthy, but things happen, and a 14-seat majority could change quickly. So we don't want anything bad to happen to anyone, but I'm just saying that this majority is so slim that who knows what could happen. And, the parties are really at war. The conservatives are open to civil debate and conservative values. And we don't have a problem talking. It just seems like every time we talk to the left, they just come up with names for us that don't make any sense. They just pull out of a hat, racist, sexist, whatever. And when you can't have a debate like that, it really makes politics not healthy, because you should be able to exchange ideas and discuss ideas, because there's points you can make on either side that could be valuable, and it prevents growth and it prevents people being educated when all you want to do is be a mob. The left wants to get in the faces and create a mob. That's what Maxine Waters wants. How does that help anybody? How is that better the country? How is it better the country when Eric Holder says to kick them when they're down? How does that help? How does it help for Antifa to go outside of Tucker Carlson's house and yell and scream and holler and beat on the door when his family's in there? How does that help anybody? We should think about these things. What if these celebrities are dealing with some backlash now? When will it be us? When will it be you? And what are you going to do about it? We got to think about these things. Why didn't Obama stand up and say, hey, no, this is not right? No, he pansied out. He's probably gone. He probably went on vacation somewhere. If we do one little thing, the left goes nuts. If we mispronounce a word, the left goes nuts. But they're allowed to go into our homes and beat on our doors and throw rocks and be violent. That's crazy. And then at the same time, they're like, we need gun control. And that's insane, because then only Antifa will have guns. So I feel like we're getting down a little bit. This isn't bad news. It's just stuff we need to think about. We need to be ready to face this stuff. Because America's seen 2 years of Trump and some good things going on. You've seen a good economy. You've seen a lot of wages. The wages are going up. You've seen job growth. You've seen businesses coming back. And we're not going to see the full effect of this right away, because it takes time to build a factory, right? So it's still on the way. And then I think the left is going to, like the Dems, when they're thinking, oh, this is a referendum on Trump, we're going to be able to take this thing, and people are excited. And I think they're going to overplay their hand like normal. They normally play too hard and they push too far, and they're just going to push people away. We saw the Kavanaugh situation where basically they tried to annihilate him, and it came out that the Ford lady lied. And so, that stuff America is going to remember, and we're going to keep reminding us that, hey, we need to keep this in our memory, and we need to use it in the future, because in 2 short years, we're going to have another election. And I think this is going to help Trump, because the left's going to overplay their hand, and people are going to get tired of it, more tired than they are now. So we have 2 years to just communicate to people, to spread the word, to continue telling people what's good is going on out there, and get people excited about the country. There's good stories out there. There's good things. When things get bad, Trump can blame the Dems and say, hey, things were going really good. Now the Democratic House is in charge, and look what's going on. These are things that we will watch play out. It may not be bad. Maybe the Democrats will come to terms and want to work together, and that'd be awesome. That's really the way the government should work. And all these attacks on the president and all these attacks on conservatives, this isn't new stuff that's going on. This isn't new territory. In Psalms 37:12, it says, the wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. These type of attacks have always happened, and that will always happen. It's nothing new. These tactics that we're seeing by Antifa, which I consider like the new KKK, they're not anything new. This is all history replaying itself. That's why it's good to research and learn, so you can see it when it comes. If you know a counterfeit, you can recognize it right away, and you can see it coming. You can see the tactics. And if you're uneducated to this, you're going to lose. We need to hold our government officials accountable too. Like I said earlier, we need to make sure when we put them in place, they do what we told them to do. When King Saul overstepped his boundaries, God removed him. In 1 Samuel 13, you should read 1 Samuel 13 tells the whole story. I'm just going to read verse 14, but it says, "But now thy kingdom shall not continue. The Lord hath sought after him a man after his own heart, and the Lord hath commanded him to be captain over his people, because thou hast not kept that which the Lord commanded." That's Samuel talking to King Saul and removing his throne from him because he did wrong. He didn't do what he was told to do. We should have the same diligence to our political officials. When our politicians get out of line, we need to call them and email them and let them know they're going the wrong way. And if they continue to do wrong, we vote them out. They need a healthy fear of us, the people. They need to be afraid of us in a way to know that if I do wrong, I'm out of here. I'm ousted, And it doesn't take much. I've heard statistics that show that like 15 to 20 emails or calls to a politician on a specific issue is an emergency situation where they take very seriously. 15 to 20. That's not many. You can organize something to where you can get a few friends together and make a difference. Because if we don't, the nation's in trouble. This is after the nation. So God's on our side. We're still winning. But a lot of things that allow a victory over a long time is people getting engaged. So I just want to say we're in good shape. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much, and have a great afternoon.